Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another 1212 AD Siege battle for you today, and today we have the Byzantine Empire, or the Empire of Nicaea, defending alongside them. Today we have the Republic of Genoa, and they are defending the great city of Rome, once the Nicaeans' home many centuries ago. And yes, now coming to take it from them is Burgundy and Flanders. So yeah, we've got a pretty exciting one for you already, as we have a bit of a sally out going on here. Some cavalry already charging into some pavis. I paused it instantly because these guys were straight out of the blocks, so I thought we can't miss any of the action. But yeah, in these guys go, and they're charging into spears. It's a bit of a bold move really for cavalry. Should not really be charging spears, that is for sure. But yes, we are back in the land of medieval total war, I guess, technically. It's medieval kingdoms, 1212 AD, the mod for a total war. But it really is truly medieval 3 total war, in my opinion. I mean, my gosh, what a great mod this is. And as you can see, cavalry going in now against some swords here. These look like they're, I don't know, it's like some sergeants, yeah. And they're being absolutely annihilated. That's a much better target there for the cavalry to go in for, because, well, spears hurt cav. I mean, they've actually managed to rout this unit. It's a medium spear infantry. They shouldn't really be able to. I'm surprised they did. But yeah, wow, that was a surprise actually. Now Burgundy is bringing up pikes, more pavis, and some more sergeants as well. The pikes look pretty damn nasty, that's for sure. I wouldn't want to get impaled on one of those if I was a cavalryman. But yeah, good sally out there by the cavalry. It's now, what do they do? I would personally retreat back inside the like the walls, because there are chevaliers coming, and even though they're tier 1, with the support of the infantry, they should be able to win that fight. But yeah, good sally out, pretty good success, taking out 2 units, though they have rallied. They're not going to be any use in the siege, so not a bad win. They actually have brought a lot of cavalry, have these Latin lords. I guess technically, yeah, Burgundy and, you know, Flanders, these guys kind of established the Latin Empire that replaced the Byzantine Empire. So yeah, Empire Nicaea, they've got a score to settle with these guys here. But yeah, the next here, moving back towards their start positions. It seems they're not going to be needed. But yeah, they brought a lot of cav actually to these Latin lords, these attackers. Surprisingly, since they're going to need a lot of infantry to scale these walls. Rome is not an easy settlement to take. This first wall, though, it can be pretty brutal. Once you get to like the bridges across Rome, that is where it gets really hard. These guys turn into absolute bloodbath of choke points. But it seems like the defenders aren't going to bother defending them. They're going to defend the walls, it seems. But yes, the person that's ending this 2v2 was a member of my Discord, so thank you very much. It was Sol and Victus, I believe, sent it in. So thank you very much, man, for sending it in. It looks like an awesome battle. I'm really looking forward to it. Always great to see the Byzantines in action. It's always good to play some 1212 AD. But yes, this should be a glorious siege. And if you want to see more 1212 AD content, more historical sort of total war content, do remember, leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment show your support as well. It really does help out the channel. What have we got here? We got a Bastion Ballista. I feel like they're going to need a cannon if they want to do anything against this tower. This crew is probably like desperately low, like fire, fire, hit as many of them as you can. But yes, they're not going to do much there, really. Those sergeants will land and they will murder that crew. We're going to see Anglo Varangioi going onto the wall, which is a good sight to see if you are a defender here, because these shock infantry, these Varangians are goddamn monsters. They really are. And shock infantry on the wall really excels. So yeah, these heavily armored infantry should do a good amount of job here. The tier 2 variant, which does look pretty damn awesome. And as you can see here, it looks like the sergeants are landing across the wall. We got Catalanoi here, so I guess these are like Catalan soldiers serving the Byzantines at this point, and they're going to fight off against some dismounted necks by the looks of it. So yeah, this is a thing that it seems like a lot of, yeah, dismounted necks. Seems like a lot of players do. They bring the most expensive unit, which often is the tier 1 dismounted knights, because they are heavy infantry, but they're not actually better. I say it, I bang on about it every 1212 AD video, I feel like. If you're going to bring, like, your best infantry, bring the tier 3. If you can bring the money, if you have the money, bring the tier 3. Tier 1 will get beaten by tier 3, more than likely. They've probably got better armor as the tier 3, better, like, weapon damage and melee attack. So even though they're more expensive and you think, oh, these guys will do well, then probably not actually. Like the more dismounted next landing here, they're going in against Spadaccini Guelfo. They actually might win that fight with the next, because that's tier 1 versus tier 1. Seems like Genoa did bring some of his own tier 1 stuff here. How wise an idea that was, I do not know. What else we got here? Rotolari Provestani. Probably butchering these names, but yeah, lots of dismounted necks landing on this wall. And the Italian state of Genoa battles away. I guess Genoa could be here, you know, supporting the Byzantines. They are like, you know, a very well-known mercenary state. They hire out their Genoese crossbows to just about every state in the known world at this point. But yeah, as you can see here, it looks like there's going to be a brutal wall fight. That is what it's going to be. The crossbows in 1212, unlike in a lot of other Attila mods, they can actually arc their shots. These crossbows at the bottom of the walls probably can do a lot of damage. And are these the famous, yeah, the Ballistari Provestani? These are pretty nasty. They are the famous Genoese crossbows in action. So yeah, we're going to see them do some heavy lifting, I'm sure. I'm sure that's why he's probably cheaped out on his infantry, because he's brought the best crossbows that you can buy around. Spearmusher here routing. Looks like they're going to rout anyway. Oh boy, yeah, look at this. The Anglo-Varangoi are just going ham up here. And these guys should rip through. It looks like sergeants, yeah, they'll rip through them. What else we got here? Another sergeant unit, but from Burgundy. I know Burgundy doesn't have tier 3 swords, which is a bit of a limit to them. They have like one unit, it's like a clubman unit or something like that. It's very strange. They don't have tier 3 sergeants. It's like Club Levy or something like that. It's a very bizarre unit that Burgundy has. So yeah, as Burgundy, you're kind of limited to tier 2 when it comes to swords. You can see the archers firing in here. Sergeants doing as much damage as they can. What archers are firing? Oh, it's these ones down here. We have the Kreke Guard, which is like Cretan Guard, I believe. And then we've got the Mortar Toy Guard here, which is equally a badass looking unit. I mean, I love the blue and like the yellow sort of trim. Oh, it looks good. Or it's probably gold trim. But yeah, the Mortar Toy Guard are really good unit. And they've not got bad melee stats either. They are just a bow unit. They have got not bad bow stats. Melee stats, sorry. Got gunners over here. They are, I guess, going to try and do any damage to any unit that comes along with the ram. But this is definitely, I'd say, a weaker point. Though there are more Anglo-Varangoi here. We got a tier 3 variant here. So they've gone for the even nastier unit here of Anglo-Varangoi. I'd say that this is a weaker point. There is not much in the way of infantry here. Though we have got another shock infantry. Oh dear. They actually could cause a lot of damage here. The cav, it could go for another sally if the opportunity arose. I feel like if the pikes and shock get committed, I feel like the cav is weak enough that they could sally out and take it out. Anglo-Varangoi are losing this fight now, apparently, even though they are causing the units around them to waver and break. It's the archers coming in that doing the effect. Starting to cause these guys to break. Just keep slicing and dicing. If you don't know what Anglo-Varangoi means, by the way, it's a Varangian Guard that they've got in the later periods. In like the Byzantine history, they also took in Anglo-Saxons, which had fled after the Northern Conquest of 1066. So like a lot of like the Hussars, which are like the elite bodyguard of the Saxon kings, they came across and joined the Byzantines then. So yeah, it's a little cool fact for you there. But what is not cool is that there are more sergeants landing on this wall now. So I imagine those Anglo-Varangoi, even though they're doing God's work, they are going to get killed off here. Vigila, though, winning their fight against sergeants, that's huge. I think a lot of that was down to archer support, but it's still a huge win. We've got, I don't know what variant or what we've got on the wall here, but there is 8 enemy shock infantry on the wall here. Dismounted men-at-arms, so we've got Burgundy's men-at-arms in here. Yeah, they should do a lot of work. Shock infantry, like I say, excel on wall battles like this. Only problem is with shock infantry, they are very vulnerable to archers. So if you can, with your archers as the defender, does anyone have any spare? Probably these shock infantry here. Sorry, these crossbows here. They need to start shooting into the shock infantry here is what they need to do. Kill these guys off quite easily. And again, on the wall over here, this is probably more dismounted men-at-arms. Yeah, again, just need to shoot them with crossbows, and you can do a lot of work. Seems like in isolated areas like here, they are winning their fights really easier to defend. The sergeants here getting absolutely battered. And that's a fairly healthy Spadaccini Guelfo there still, to be honest. 97 men. They could still do some damage along the wall here.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Yeah, this battle for Rome is only just getting started. So definitely make sure to stick around to see who wins this one. I'd like to put my money on the Byzantines, but I'm not sure. I just am a bit of a Byzantine fan. And I feel like they need justice after losing their empire to the Flemish and Burgundian lords. Yeah, these shock infantry, I don't know what they're taking on more Spadaccini. But tier 2, they're not going to beat these guys with the Spadaccini. Those big heavy axes, they're going to start slicing and smashing through shields. Oh jeez, yeah, you can see heads are being lost. And only the Spadacinis, really. Poor guys. Oh, artillery coming in. We got some fiery balls of justice here. I actually got a pretty nice shot there onto the defenders. There's more Spadaccini there going up in flames. I don't know if they're trying to take out the wall. With fire ammo, you probably don't want to be trying to take out walls. It's actually more inaccurate. Oh, this is not good for the attackers. They've not actually captured the gates, and the oil is pouring down. And we've got, what have we got in here? We've got Flemish pikes, and looks like also like a brother to San Sebastian spears. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't think these guys are going to be breaking through. We've got spears here from, looks like Genoa. They're holding. And we also have pikes here. Yeah, some Pavy spears here. They also have pikes that they're going to put in here. They've gone at a strange angle though. But yeah, the Byzantine flag is now being raised above the gates again. Excellent stuff to see. Pavies here should hold their line, and we've got even more Pavies being thrown in here. I think they're going to pull back the pikes. I think they're getting shot up by someone. But yeah, the Pavies should be able to hold on their own. They seem like they're doing a bit of work. The Flemish is gradually going down. It doesn't seem like the spears are dying at all. Really, if they want to, the attackers need to use their Brotherhood of St. George's crossbows, fire into this big blob that's been formed down here. They could kill a lot of spears, that's for sure. That's what you need to do. Use your crossbows to great effect, guys, and you just gotta, because now that they can arc, they're really, really powerful. Arc and just shoot into this choke point here. You kill a lot of guys. It's the biggest blob I've seen of defenders. Talking about big blob of defenders, it's not really a big blob at all, actually. But Genoese shock infantry now on the walls, replacing those Anglo-Varangioi. And these guys should also start slicing and dicing. They look like tier 3. That you can tell because they're in their like steel head-to-toe armor. Yeah, they should also do some pretty good work there. What have the defenders really got left? Not much, actually, in the way of infantry reserves. They've got crossbows. They've got another shock infantry here. Whether that will be used, I don't know. Anglo-Varangioi, by the way, is still winning very easily on their side, it seems. They just routed a sergeant with about 1 man loss. That is actually incredible. We have sergeants here that they're now going into. Let's see whether they can get a similar sort of record. But there you go. Oh, that's nasty. That's a lot of burn Anglo-Varangioi. Well, I say that. I see 1 dead, maybe a couple more. But that is brutal. Perfect timing that we arrived here. Actually, yeah, that was pretty horrific. Actually, it was, even though it was very accurate, those Anglo-Varangioi actually took that hit pretty well. They only lost another like couple of guys. We've got a siege tower on fire here, so I imagine this is gonna, yeah, 40% damage. That's, I mean, it's 100% fire damage. That's not gonna be used anymore. These Vigilant just need to hold on and let that tower burn, and there's no more enemies coming up to face them. But the Vigilant have an important job. They have to defend against, defend these gunners, which although they are getting shot at a fair bit, yeah, the artillery's still coming in. I think it's trying to kill these Anglo-Varangioi. It's not doing a good job. They're still up here, still killing sergeants. Imagine being like a sergeant. You're like a fairly well-trained soldier. You're like you're semi-professional, I'd say. And then you're facing off against like angry Vikings and Huskars. It'd be horrific. In they go. Looks like they're gonna try and challenge those. I mean, look at that. This mod really is amazing. You got the fire, the burning tower in the background. There it goes. It collapses. Looks like there are more enemies landing though. We've got another sergeant landing over here. Another tier 2 sergeant. So that is, I think, going to be their last unit that they can send up. I imagine the Anglo-Vranjo can deal with that as well. We've got a Latin con at the bottom of the wall here. Okay, a decent polearm unit as well. Okay, yeah, they're not going to be getting out of there anytime soon. They have a trebuchet. Okay, what are they going to use that for? I didn't even realize they brought that. The general is being sniped as well. I've been seeing that. The attackers are using their own trebuchet to try and snipe the general. That is shameful, if I do say so. Oh, lots of breaking though going on at this wall, at this gate here. So we've got Vigilant breaking, but also this amount of men at arms are breaking, and a sword unit at this amount of neck. And though I was saying the Pavi should be able to hold this choke point, seems like those pikes are starting to do some damage. They've got two pike units in there. One is facing the wrong way, one is facing the right way. Really, they should just pull some troops out if they can, because they are far too blobbed in here. But yeah, the spears are starting to lose. The pikes are actually winning this fight. They're going to need some pikes of their own in there. I mean, they do sort of have pikes. Yeah, look at this. A mass retreat now from the Flemish. And they're going to have to run through oil to try and get out. This is going to be horrific for them. Like, look at the Flemish just running out of this gate. Hundreds of them. They're done. They're like, no, Rome's not worth it. Oh my gosh, yeah, the oil being poured down is killing like dozens of men. It's not even killing them, it's just like weakening them, weakening the unit. But yeah, Genoa is held strong. And these pikes, yeah, nearly broke. They might, in fact. They are wavering. The archer towers might break them. Yeah, big win there for the defenders. Managing to kick those guys out of the gate. Still fighting on the walls over here, but again, there's this amount of necks. I just don't think they're up to the challenge. They're tier 1. They should break through, but they're not. Well, actually, the Spadachini did just waver, but they've all, okay. Everyone broke up here. Rip in peace. And there you go. The defense has been reformed here at the gate. Got a fresh spear unit. The pikes are still there. Right now, if I was the attackers, I'd be using my crossbows. Just punish this pike for standing here. We got these pikes. We got this also the shock infantry and more pikes here. Just kill them all off. That's all you got to do. Shock infantry on the wall here for Genoa. It's still going strong. Slicing and dicing any man that steps onto this wall that's not a Genoese or a Byzantine. Yeah, it looks like that sergeant should break pretty soon, and it looks like the landing. What we got here? I mentioned these are French chevaliers or like dismounted chevaliers. Yeah, Burgundian chevaliers, I should say, not French. Though they do speak the same language. This Anglo-Vranjo, by the way, still going strong. It is losing now. It's only lost 30 men. I imagine they're still killing a lot of troops down there. Let's have a look. See, I don't know whether their uniforms now were originally red or whether they're just caked red with the enemy's blood. Probably a bit of both. But yeah, I see they are actually starting to fall a little bit quicker now. It's a sad sight to see. These magnificent warriors that have carved through enemy formations already. Now getting shot to pieces. It's unfortunate. Yeah, a lot more of them are dying now. What is killing them? Just ordnance longbows. Yeah, pretty good unit actually then. Yeah, another faction that also use longbows. Burgundy. They, I guess, got the idea off their English allies. But yeah, they could definitely go for a sally out at this point. If they wanted to, the defenders. They could just sally out. They could try and go for these longbows. They could also challenge these chevaliers, which are just tier 1. They're not that good. To be honest, I would be going for that if I was them. This Cavaleroy, get that back over here. Get the cav back here. Oh, that's tier 1 itself. They should be able to take him on, I would feel like. could bring the
Our
general
men are
up, I
breaking
guess.
off.
I thought they had 3 units, but apparently not. Where is the other one? Or did they send their general out, maybe? General's bodyguard, he's tier 2. Maybe they used another one? I don't know. Hard to say. Oh, maybe, actually. Yeah, it looks like they maybe sallied out again. I must have missed this. That might have been the death of a cavalry unit I'm seeing here. Got a Vigiler that just routed these sergeants. That's quite funny. But here we go. Oh, this is what happens in a cavalry charge. You just get run down like that. Yeah, they're gone for good. Chevalier's getting themselves some easy kills. And the attackers still feel like they have a bit left, but it's a lot of it's cavalry at this point. I'm seeing like what? Yeah, this is the problem with bringing so much cav. Like 2 might have been okay, but this is a bit obscene. Like bring a general in another one, maybe. That's what I'd usually bring as an attacker.
Enemy units have been rallied.
But look at these walls. They've finally given them up of the defenders. I think they just don't have the men to man them. But yeah, look at the walls. The bodies are caking this wall. It's actually insane. So yeah, it looks like now they're defending the bottom of the walls. Equally a big problem. Yeah, okay, we've got Chevaliers here fighting the Mortuatory Guard and the General here of the Byzantines. So that is a sign that the defenders are starting to crumble a little bit. They're running out of infantry. They're having to use cavalry and charges now. None other than the General as well of the Byzantines. And he's getting a good charge off. He needs cycle charge if he's going to do this. And really they could use the crossbows on a flanking shot if they wanted to as well. The Mortuatory Guard, they're doing a good job. They aren't guardsmen for no reason. They can hold the line. Yeah, this Gen, he's still doing okay for now, but he will start to die if they don't get cav out of there soon. 56. I'll keep an eye on that because that's going to drop, I have a feeling. Shock infantry does excel against cavalry after a prolonged period of time. Usually. Good shots though with the artillery. Hitting these elite Genoese crossbows here. Very, very nicely done. And why are they sending gunners through the gate? Oh no. I don't know if this was a misclick or whether they thought this was a good idea just to shoot the pikes. But yeah, they're just going to get charged from the spears from the other side. And also oil. It just kills these Flemish gunners here. Really, they could land them on the walls if they wanted to. Send an infantry unit and then the gunners, and then they could shoot down. But there you go. Actually, they did manage to rout that shock infantry, and they only lost an extra 2 cavalrymen. Probably was actually worth it. Again, on this side here, it looks like they're finally giving up defending the walls. They don't actually have any troops left to defend it by the looks of it. They are very much out. They've got just the pole arms here, and then they've got gunners to protect those. And they're actually doing some decent damage. It looks like the sergeants up here will start to wave with them. So yeah, good job here by the Byzantines actually. With minimal use, like minimal forces left, he's managed to actually rout some stuff. And for some reason the attacker decided to just charge straight into the pole arms. Not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. Better just to come off the wall somewhere else. Cavalry look like they're going to just run in and get some easy kills. Poor guys. Is it even worth it? Oh, here they go. They're going to go into this flank instead. Nice, nice charge. Good kill there by the sergeants. Or good kill on the sergeants, I should say. Whether they're going to cycle out now with the cavalry, they could do. These other ones long over here, but yeah, the 2 cav might be a little bit too much to ask from. If they could bait the cavalry closer, they could get the gunners onto the wall and they could shoot the cav. That would be a good move. We've got more Chevaliers landing on the walls here. We do have another fresh Genoese shock infantry. Whether they could take each other on, I don't know. With the archer support, they could maybe give it a good go. Settlement's starting to burn. I don't know where exactly, but settlement damage is 0. So, I think you're lying to me, game. It's not on fire. It's perfectly fine. A spear unit for the Genoese here dared to go out of the gate where they were trying to go for these gunners. Not a bad idea. The gates are destroyed, so they are going to just be able to keep just... Oh, gunners! Stop getting yourself burned. They got a volley off. I think he's pathfinding. I think he doesn't really want to go through the gate, but... His gunners are going through the gate. He's still got a lot of ammo on these Brotherhood of St. George. They should really be being used. Like I said, just arc them over and shoot the pikes. That's what you got to do. As far as I'm aware, that's all that needs to be done. And now it's kind of like died down a little bit as the wall fight because, well, the attackers are kind of running out of infantry. We've even got artillery now sniping the Duke's bodyguard here. That's a bit low from the defenders. Shouldn't be doing that. But yep, they have actually managed to get their cavalry out. I'm sure they can be seen. Yeah, I think one of the Byzantine cav must have broken at some point when Emperor charged and got killed. But it looks like, I mean, they could go out and maybe just be a threat here if they wanted to, and bring out the other Genoese cav if they wanted to do that. Because it doesn't look like they're going to fight anytime soon inside the city. But there's a lot of attacking cav. They would get overwhelmed. But here we go. Pikes going in. Looks like the Burgundian pikes have been sent in here. And their bright blue and white uniforms. Keep poking away, boys. Sticking with the pointy end. Looks like we're seeing more spears coming. Again, they're blobbing up. I mean, they're not too bad. There aren't too many being threatened by it. They don't want to send too many units in because then that's how you get killed by oil. But yeah, there you go. Lanciari breaking. That's a good sign for the attackers. And yeah, it seems like these Burgundian pikes can break through. You don't want to break too far through them because they'll get outflanked, surrounded, killed. The worst fear of a pikeman, getting outflanked. And yeah, seems like that's what's happening now. They've set up and they're getting attacked on two sides. It's a shame in like Total War you can split your unit in two and have half fighting one way and half fighting the other. Would be kind of cool. Might be a little bit too technical, but I feel like it'd be possible. You could divide a unit like this, which you could call like a battalion. You could divide it into like two companies. Have one side fighting that way, one side fighting the other way.
Return to the battle.
Yeah, the Burgundian pikes are starting to waver. They're starting to break. They are sending in even more Burgundian pikemen. Kind of hard for the pikes to set up though properly. That's the problem. They're not even getting their pikes down. They're just standing with them up in the air. Then yeah, they're not really doing a lot actually. We've got cavalry coming in. Burgundy is like throwing his army away. Artillery though coming in, getting good hits with the artillery. Oh boy, yeah, that was a nice hit. That might help. Yeah, cav and pikes just being rushed in, just gonna get killed here. Okay, yeah, look at this. This is getting silly now. Don't do this. Keep poking away, boys, with the pikes. There are a fair few waving troops on here. We've got Spadaccini, got the Pavis spears as well. Pike's also looking pretty rough. They're starting to waver. Cav's losing as well as it pulls out of combat. And then he's also charging the pikemen. So that is probably not a good idea. And there you go. The towers have fallen. That will probably do a decent amount of damage to units down here. Because, yeah, that's just how artillery works. When towers crumble, everything around it dies as well. But a big breakthrough here from the attackers right at the death of this game. I thought they were finished, but yeah, they're making progress. It's kind of a bit of a mess to tell who is who. We have attacking cavalry in here, we have defending cavalry in here, all fighting each other. They're nearly through, but we've got more pikes coming now. The Latin cons here. They're dashing over what's left. What do the defense have left? They have a lot of crossbows. That is it, really. A lot of crossbows. They're going to have to send those guys into combat soon. They also need to be firing overtime. Got spears breaking on both sides here. That's not a good sign. Hold on, defenders. You've done such a great job. For the Empire. For Byzantium. Gunners here. They need to get on the walls or something. Just start shooting into this mess. They could break a lot of it. Like I said, the crossbows as well, they need to like be in overtime, just shooting into these pikes, kill them. But there you go, the gunners are firing. They will do morale damage themselves, so they need to be careful about that. Artillery, yep, coming in, doing some good volleys on these ballistari here. Looks like they're trying to burn the city down as well. It is doing some morale damage a little bit. And here we go, we've got crossbows landing on the wall finally, but they are going to be met by shock infantry up here. So the shock infantry's landing. And they're going to start slicing and dicing.
Their unit has rallied.
And yeah, it looks like cavalry going in here. They're trying to charge into pikes, so there are pikes down here. Even if they're not set up, I'm pretty sure it's just not good for cavalry. And some of them have got their pikes down, it looks like. Not all of them, but some of them. There's so much breaking down here for the attackers. They just keep sending it straight back in. The Latincon's holding. The gunners seem like they're doing damage, but to morale, pikemen here wavering. They just keep cycling with the cav. It's getting messy, that's for sure. The White Knights of Genoa go in. They need an artillery needs to, not artillery, archers need to focus this unit down. The cav is just cycling on it though, it's just not healthy for it. Artillery is also trying to kill off these shock infantry, but they will be hitting their own men. They need to be careful of that. Mortar guard up here as well. They're slicing and dicing these archers, or these crossbows, who are just trying to do some damage, just trying to do their job, do some damage to the defenders in the gates. And now they're being pestered by mortar guardsmen. I think the defenders have reclaimed their own gates. Yeah, artillery actually. It's like a 1 in 3 as being pretty accurate, but there you go. All the crossbows are broken there. And I think we're going to see a mass rout here almost, because look, most stuff is wavering and breaking. Yeah, I think could see a potential mass rout here from the attackers. And yeah, they've done the best they can. I honestly think too much cavalry was brought, and also a lot of tier 1 stuff. Like there's dismounted necks. Though they are heavy infantry, I imagine when we look at them, they won't have many kills. You just better bring in cheaper sergeants at tier 3, which I know they can bring. I don't know if there's rules on certain limits as well, but more shock infantry is always good. And I think they could have maybe employed their archers a little better. It looks like we could see a mass rout here. So I'm just going to fast forward now until we get to the end of this this replay. It looks like, yeah, everything's just rallying, and we're like routing and then rallying about here where the guns are, ironically. Some things, yep, still haven't broken properly. The Odinon's longbows, trebuchet, crossbows over here, St. George. But it's been a pretty close one. I mean, there's 1,000 men left for the defenders, 500 for the attackers. So it has been a close one. They've been whittled down to the bone, really, have the defenders. They lost about 3,000 and inflicted, well, 6,000 casualties it'll be. They had only 4,000 troops. My gosh. It was a pretty tough one, but they did a good job with their shock on the wall. Those Anglo-Varangioi, I'm sure, have got great kills. And also, I imagine some of the shock for the Genoese. Pikes might have done fairly well, and I also imagine crossbows have done very well for the defenders in this one. As you can just see, like the hailstorm still coming in now from the crossbows, helping to rout some of these units as the defenders sally out to just deal with what remains and just get this battle over and done with. But yeah, a good game for both sides, really. I think both played fairly well. The charge at the end might have just been a last desperate, just screw it, we've lost. by the attackers. Sorry. But both sides played fairly well. A few mistakes here and there, but like I said, they both did very, very well. I think the defenders played a very good game. But yeah, there you go. General routes in this final. Archer unit should then beat game, I think. What unit is this? Ordnance longbow. Did they not break instantly? There you go. There we go. An Pyrrhic victory for the Byzantines and their Genoese allies. So we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. So this was sent in by Sol Invictus, like I said at the beginning of this this replay. So thank you very much for sending this one in, man. He was playing as the Empire of Nicaea. Yeah, had a kind of a small army actually, 1,700 men. Even like Wraithman had a fair bit larger army at playing as Genoa. But his army was quite elite, to be fair. He did have some very good units, including the Anglo-Varangioi. The late version got 328 kills. The tier 2 version getting 243 kills. His general getting 416 kills. How many of those were from running down at the end, I don't know. The Chief Vigilant, even though they didn't get many kills, held the line. This one got 84 kills, actually. And then we got the Ladincon here, getting 118 kills. He's got his Catalanoi here, 147 kills. The Kret K Guard here getting 200 kills. And then we got the Mortis-Toy Guard getting 312 kills. So yeah, some good kills there for the archers. Crossbows, 119 kills. His gunners, 165. Cav, 311. And then the other one getting 150 kills. Then we have Wraithman playing as the Republic of Genoa. 218 kills with his general. His shock infantry, 284, 165. Some good kills there. The spears did well as well. 153, 132. Pikes, yeah, not many kills, and they all died, unfortunately. 101 kills with one of his cheap Spadaccini's, not bad either. And then his crossbows, 163, 156. Not as well as I thought they were going to do. Then we have Knight playing as the Duchy of Burgundy. 143 kills with the dismounted Chevaliers there. 125 with another pike unit here. 110 with the sergeants. Yeah, spammed out these sergeants, my gosh. His Ordnance longbow, didn't even get to the hundreds, but got 86 kills. Cav got 90 kills. And his Trebuchet, 104 kills. Then we have RWX playing as the County of Flanders. 105 kills with the dismounted men-at-arms here. 130 with another one. Then he's got, what else? He's got good kills for 118 with the crossbows of St. George. 116 with the Trebuchet. But yeah, his swords again also having a rough game. Those dismounted necks, yeah, outscored by the sergeants late. You'd have been better bringing those guys, and you could have saved yourself a bit of money. But there you go, guys. That is today's siege battle. Rome has been held by the Byzantines. So well done to the defenders and well done to the attackers as well. Put up a good fight. But yes, Rome will stay in Roman hands for now. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one.